Race number 6, very interesting race, the 6th on the programme. This is a Class 3 of the 1200 metres. Sees the return of Jing Win. Zach Purton jumps on board. They put a hood on as well. Had a few issues at the back end of last season in the gates. Bravo Watchman returns as well. He's unbeaten 3 out of 3. The Creative, Hong Kong debut, a 3-time winner Australia. Money Boy blinkers off as he goes back up in trip. Starship, a course and distance winner in June. Sun Touch, first up since October last year. And Call Me Orson, Dylan Moe takes 7 off from barrier 7.
Yeah, well, this speed map's subject to a bit of change now that Mordicus doesn't run. There was definitely going to be guaranteed pace if Mordicus had been running. Not quite so much now, but I still think they'll go a decent clip here. Born to Achieve likes to roll forward. Super Junior brings pace from shorter trips. Bravo Watchman as well. He's going to have to probably go forward and, if not lead, slot in somewhere, and that just might inject a bit more pace too. So I think they'll go a good gallop here.
I thought I'd concentrate track work on the top two because they're the interesting runners in this, and you can see Jing Win coming off hardball gets back and picking him up nicely in his track work. This is his first gallop back on the 25th of September, and then he followed it up with this one down the back straight with race day rider Zach Purton aboard. He does a lot of things wrong, particularly in the barrier, as we know, this horse, but just a nice quiet piece. He looked nice and relaxed, I thought, so I thought it was worth showing his down the back straight. And the other one is Bravo Watchman. He's a really nice, big, strong horse who's trialled well recently, and here's his work. It's John mentioned he's unbeaten here in Hong Kong, and he's doing it nicely, under a good hold. And another horse that relaxes really well, I think. Chris So's got him looking very good, and here's his second gallop on the 28th of September. And similarly, he's just coming down here nicely enough, even work for him, but he's doing it what he has to do.
Yeah, he won from a wide gate, didn't he? Barrier 11, but he's got barrier 14, so it's not the easiest place in the world to be, is it?
No, it's not at all, but I think he might try and get to the front, as John said, so and he's possible a chance to get there.
And he's got the best man on in terms of getting him into good position. The last time he won, Moreira gave him a beautiful ride, so we'll see.
All right, OK. Well, let's have a look at Primero in action first, because he's been on the track already this season. This is him behind Marvel Tribe, course and distance. Yeah,
well, he's run behind Brave Legend, and then he's run behind Marvel Tribe. It was a nice run from him. He hit the line strongly. He's definitely a horse that's improved in the off-season, so a win from him isn't too far away, but I think this is quite a strong contest, so I couldn't find a spot for him in the end.
I've got him in the numbers. I think he'll run quite well. He's just coming to the boil nicely now. I think he was a little bit underdone for his first run. This was better, and I think I'm expecting better still from Gate 4. And Tommy Berry's obviously still aboard, and I think he's obviously got a bit of faith in him as well.
Yeah, I think he's pretty solid, improving, as you say. Barrier 4, Tommy Berry. All right, but let's hear from Paul O'Sullivan about another nice horse of his on the rise, and that is Starship.
Starship, Paul, that looked like a nice trial from him.
Yeah, he was just starting to hit his straps towards the end of last season. He struck a pretty tough heat. You know, there's some very promising horses in that, but he attacked the line very strongly in his trial, and if the race is run with speed, he should get a bit of prize money.
Is he the type of horse that's just taken a while to find form here?
Yeah, for sure. Look, he came here with 1800 metre form, and the further I ran him last season, at the beginning of last season, the slower he got. So freshened him up and came back to 1200 metres, and although he looks like the sort of horse that wants further, he seems to be, that's the distance he's performing his best at.
Right, there's a few in that trial. Let's start with Starship, though, Paul. Well, Paul, John, whoever wants to pick it up. It was a nice trial. It was very taking, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good trial, and I think he's going to be a big chance. He did win on a good to yielding track when he did win his race, but everything suggests that he's going nicely. So, you know, I've got him in the numbers. I found a spot for him.
The first time, or the second time Jing Win won, got there in the end. Starship got very close to him, and it was a bit of a shock at the time. We thought, wow, what a run that was from Starship. But in the end, it's proven not to be. Yeah, those last 3 runs towards the back end of last season, all very promising, off strong paces as well.
Bravo Watchman, there's a bit of a drive there, wasn't he, in the trial?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it wasn't an absolutely brilliant trial from him, but the track work's been OK. He's been pretty much hard at work over the close season, so I think he's going to be there or thereabouts. Gate 14 is just going to be a bit tricky for him.
I don't know if he's suited to the dirt either, Bravo Watchman.
And Jing Wing, I can't help feel like I'm in a bad relationship with Jing Wing, but I keep going back. Hood goes on.
Yeah, look, he's put 26 pounds on as well. He's got top weight, and he plays up in the gates. So there's always that question mark. But he's so talented. I found a spot for him as well.
I binned him. I've binned him. I might be wrong, but I've binned him at the prices. I think he's worth taking on.
All right, OK. Well, those are the main players for race number 6. Actually, we've got one more to have a look at. Interesting, a debutant here. The Creative was called Henry the Creative. Michael Friedman actually trained him in Australia. He's now here with Manfred Mann.
Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? He's 1,107 pounds coming into this. He's had 3 trials. Cross Noseman goes on debut. He's drawn wide with Douglas White will take them out. His track work's been OK without being outstanding. And he was just pushed out a little bit in this trial. So I'm happy to watch him go around, but he's definitely got a bit of ability.
Yeah, it's interesting. They trialled him at Happy Valley as well. They've obviously possibly got that in their thoughts as to where they might run him in the not-too-distant future. So, yeah, he's a watching brief for me, but he's interesting.
All right, there's a few interesting ones in here, Paul.
Yep, there is. It's a really good race, this one. I think Bravo Watchman can get across, and he's unbeaten here. I think he's still got rating points in hand, so I've got him on top. The one I like is Super Junior, though. He's the one each way. He's been working really well. He trialled nicely. And, look, he's got a 1,000-metre form, so he's going to be right on the pace. He's dropped 13 pounds coming into this, so he's really well forward. So I think he can run a race at a big price. It's going to make him a long shot for the meeting. Starship, we heard from Paul O'Sullivan. I'm sure he can run well. I've got him in there for 3rd, and Jing Jing Win. I don't want to drop him as well. So 2, 12, 8 and 1, but I'd be the 12 each way for me.
OK, I'm going to go with lucky number 8 here on top, Starship. I was taken with what he did towards the back end of last season. It was a good trial. He has a pretty good fresh record as well. So I think with the race almost certainly run to suit, he'll be picking them off in the latter stages, as indeed hopefully will Primero. Bravo Watchman has to go in there. He's a very promising sprinter, and he could still be that and not win here. It's a tough old race to start the season, but he should go well. And Money Boy, he's had a pretty busy campaign already, but he draws well and he's consistent, and I think he can go quite nicely too. And the QQP's here, 2, 8 and 9.
Yeah, combination of your numbers for me, but I'm still with Jing Jing Wing, hanging on every word that he says. That's at race number 6. On to race number 7, though, after the break, and a feature race, one of the two. Mr. Stunning and Peniophobia lock horns once more, 2 genuine group stars here in Hong Kong. Not listening to me, he falls into that category as well. John Moore and Tommy Camberry combine here. Could it be Amazing Kids? Won this race last year. Can he bounce back? He's unbeaten over course and distance, or DB Pin, last season's most improved horse.